Hello, dear viewers. This video is going to be about this fine gentleman, or at least some of his, how shall I put this, observations. His name, or at least the name he's using on YouTube, is Chris Curtis. He's been making many videos lately, and it would take too much time to go over all of them in detail, so for today I'm going to pick just one, titled The Devil in the Details of the Heliocentric Model. It's okay though, because Flat Earth wins. Yep, Chris is a flat earther who thinks that he has all the answers, and the Book of Enoch is his ultimate guide into this world. But that particular video is not about the Book of Enoch, and despite the title, not about the devil or the heliocentric model, or even the eternal struggle of morality and perversion. It is mostly about Chris himself, his importance. No, don't forget to emphasize the R. I will swallow the R and the word comes out different. Yes, his importance in this world of ours. But he does occasionally manage to talk about something else, and I'll make sure to cover that as well. However, I'll also be skipping some parts because they're either repetitive or, well, consist of nonsensical babbling. I mean, yeah, they're repetitive, yes. So, let us begin.
So, I've gone over this video before, and I wanted to wait a little while, and it's just absolutely perfect because of the amount of views that the video has gotten, and the amount of comments. I mean, I've just been reading the comments and loving every minute of it. And the thing you need to understand about me is I am very strategic.
I have to say, the best thing about Chris's videos is that he doesn't have stupid minute-long intros or obnoxious background music like some other flat earthers. He jumps straight into it, guns blazing, no looking back, ready to tell us all about that devil in the heliocentric model. That is, we're a whole 19 seconds in and he's already talking about himself.
And the bullets that I have in my arsenal are just now starting to fly at the heliocentric model.
I wouldn't call all those other recordings he made prior to or after this one bullets exactly, because, well, they don't look like bullets. If videos could smell, they wouldn't smell like bullets either. And if videos could fly, well, you certainly wouldn't want to put a fan in the path of the bullets.
But as I said in the video about this footage, that this object down here was about the size of Spain.
That's right. He's calling landmass an object and demonstrates the tremendous accuracy of a special measurement device that must be built into his eyes, because apparently the object is about the size of Spain. That's right. He doesn't actually say what that object is, but he can tell how large or small it regardless.
And if this object is about the size of Spain, the planet that they're selling you here is about the size of Pluto, way less than Mars.
And of course, he also can immediately visually gauge the size of the whole planet. It's obviously smaller than Mars. Yes, Pluto does sound right. Even a fool would notice that, right? Right. But wait, there's more. We aren't even done measuring yet.
Because if this is the size of Spain, the entire planet's like the size of Europe and part of Asia. So you're missing all the continents, all the big continents, like Africa, Antarctica, America, Asia, the majority of Asia. You're missing everything. To prove my point, this is from the same location. And before you say, hey, Chris, this is zoomed in, I want you to notice the horizon in the background. That's why I used this image. And ISS images are funny because when you look at different storms, so I like to look at storms, and I've gone over that before.
You can get to the point anytime now.
But somebody else can go over it.
Ah, never mind.
You know, when you look at different storms on ISS pictures, different hurricanes, different locations around the world, you'll always see this same background. You'll always see this exact same curve in the background, regardless of how big the object is.
Except all of the instances when the horizon is not captured in the shot. But I guess he's using some other meaning of the word always.
Now, in the article by the Washington Post, they're trying to sell you a sphere.
The article is not trying to sell anything. There's no sales pitch whatsoever in it. In fact, aside from a short introductory paragraph, that article speaks about an assortment of things but the ones mentioned in its title. A bit like your run-of-the-mill Flat Earth video, now that I think about it. In any case, none of the contents is praising any particular product or idea as an absolute must-have. Pretty much the only salesmanship that goes on here is in that Boeing store advertisement, but such ads are personalized nowadays anyway, so that's neither here nor there. I guess you mean the salesmanship is figurative, and you're referring to this particular remark. Well, in that case, hold that thought. We'll get back to it.
Why are they telling people that the flat earth is stupid if the flat earth is stupid? Why would you need to say it?
Because when one does a foolish thing, you should tell them it is a foolish thing. They can still continue to do it, but at least the truth is where it needs to be. Even a bonehead knows this. Why don't you?
Why would you need to make up a fake planet Earth to make it look more like a sphere if it is a sphere?
That is probably the most sane question a flat earther has ever asked. Do I need to answer it?
And in this video, it's the perfect opportunity for me to talk about something else that they're trying to sell us. And that is the new super weapon of Vladimir Putin that has the ability to penetrate all our missile defenses. And they also have this underwater nuke that can travel unlimited distance around the world. And when it detonates, it's 100 megatons. It'll destroy the entire east coast of the United States.
That one. Let us look at some dates then. The article was posted on November 28, 2017, while the actual spacewalk occurred on the October 20th, whereas the hysteria over that new super-duper weapon was triggered by the annual address of President Putin to the government of Russian Federation that he made on March the 1st of 2018. So yes, apparently all the Illuminati, NASA, Freemasons and other they knew thousands of years in advance, and Washington Post News knew at least 3 months in advance, that on the 1st of March of 2018 a certain Vladimir Putin would show off some animations, and decided to fool people into believing a lie to gather sufficient funds to fight that evil, evil, evil man.
We need billions of more dollars, trillions more action. $19 trillion over the next 4 years to keep up with Russia.
Yes, you would need $1 trillion more to help defend against evil Russian missiles of doom designed to travel around spherical world. Even more if all American designs were for a flat world. Retrofitting for a different flight model costs money, you know. And do not forget to add another $1 trillion, because the missiles come with an election hacking ability built in, so you'll need to combat that too. He then proceeds to ramble about the money, and the gist of it is...
This government spending is out of control, and I don't want to contribute anymore to the national debt.
And then some more rambling about the money.
We're saving the American people tons of money, and they need to realize it. We're doing a good deed for the Americans. I'm just acting like some, hillbilly senator up there saying, oh, we need to keep doing this.
Well, I have to say, he is getting the hillbilly part pretty accurate. Not so sure about acting, though. But anyway, shortly after we're once again back to Chris himself.
Okay, like I said, it is what it is. But I'm not the trained monkey here. I'm the free thinker. People are contacting me who are professionals saying you are right about the motion of the stars. Not some humdrum flat earth proponent, but astronomers, professionals, people who are in industries that are affiliated with the space industry are telling me I'm right in my observations.
Yes, Chris, of course, Chris. Whatever you say, Chris. Alright, let us now get back to that remark from the article. You'll also notice that the Earth is round, not flat, it says. Does it look round though? Or do they simply say it looks round to support the evil agenda? Well, thankfully, we don't actually need to go to space to check if that video indeed shows round Earth. Simple math would have been enough, but flat earthers hate math, but they love visuals, so let's jump straight to visuals then. Here I have a scale model of the Earth, and here, at a distance of 6,775.4 kilometers from its center, or altitude of about 404.4 kilometers, would roughly be the spot where Colonel Randy Bresnik went out into space. Allegedly. Now, this here circle shows the extent of visible surface from that point. That is all the land and ocean that I'd be able to see from here, period. How much of that I'd see at any given time would depend on the orientation of my camera and the lens. So, even if I wanted to, from ISS I could never feel more than this much surface, which is roughly 3% of that of the Earth. So, I have a camera here, and if I look through it, this is what I see. Not much, is it? And I'll have to pan extensively to even catch the horizon. But that is a regular perspective lens here. Colonel Bresnik's video was shot with a GoPro, with a wide-angle lens. So, how would the land below look if I also used the wide-angle lens? Somehow I'm able to see more land and even the horizon at the same time? Oh, the wonders of optics, who would have thought such a thing possible? Granted, I still won't be able to see past the horizon at this altitude, and the view is very distorted, but at least more fits in this view at once. Now, if only there was some magical technology that allowed me to take a screenshot from that spacewalk video overlaid on top of my fake CGI view here and compare... wait. Yeah. So much for gauging the size of the Earth, I guess. Let's address that landmass below now. Many of you have no doubt already noticed it, but unless you haven't, that is Central America. Specifically, that's Mexico. Here is the southern tip of Baja California Sur. Here's the characteristic coastline. There is Lago de Chapala. Lo siento por la pronunciación, no hablo español. I'm sure those of you that are more familiar with the geography of the region would notice even more landmarks in Colonel Bresnik's footage. And there we have it. The object, as Chris called it, that skips by below the ISS is not about the size of Spain at all. It is only the size of Mexico. Whoops, I guess. Now that we've established that, and that the view presented in the spacewalk footage is easily achievable while showing even less than 3% of the surface of the Earth, I think we can safely conclude that...
As I said, when I said this object is the size of Spain...
Nope.
I'm right in my observations.
Nope.
I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Nope.
And every single one of you who commented and said that I was uneducated, this is exactly what I would see from this altitude.
Yep. Looks just how a sane and reasonable person should expect it to.
Keep telling me how stupid I am.
Only two types of people tend to make definitive statements even when they don't understand the subject. Fools and liars. So you pick and choose, Chris. My advice, I'd pick stupid, because it is often curable. Mendaciousness, not so sure about that one.
I have a lot of bullets in my arsenal, and I am very, very strategic.
And the rest is more about the I, so I'll just summarize it as I. Anyway, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, The Devil of the Heliocentric Model by Chris Curtis, the incredible and ever clueless. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.